They dismissed me on a Thursday. There was no full warning, no dialogue, just a smirk from my new supervisor as she pushed the paperwork across the table. Her words lodged in my memory like a venomous splinter. "You're replaceable. We'll manage without you." I remained composed, nodding as my pen scratched my name on the termination line. Yet, inwardly, I was laughing because I possessed a critical piece of information that she did not. When I initially joined the firm, I had genuine faith in its mission. Despite the long hours and constant stress, I built my standing from scratch. I was the one who took night classes, passed exams, and accumulated certifications until my resume was unassailable. The company funded every step, under the assumption that by investing in my growth, they owned my loyalty. But I had meticulously studied my contract. Every single line and clause, hidden within the legal language, was a simple truth. If my employment ended, all certifications the company had paid for would become void. Not just mine, every license tied to them through my qualifications. This clause was meant to prevent employees from defecting to competitors. They never imagined it would become their own undoing. The first sign of trouble arrived with the new supervisor. She was young, arrogant, and desperate to prove she could control a department she did not comprehend. She disregarded experience, mocked established procedures, and viewed compliance as an inconvenience. I knew she saw me as a threat. My deep knowledge made her insecure, and my reputation overshadowed her. So, she focused on removing me, and she was successful. She believed she had won, but what she had truly done was set fire to the very foundation of her own career. The moment my signature dried, I was free. My certifications dissolved like sand slipping through my fingers, and with them, the company's operating licenses, the very backbone of its operations. I didn't make a scene or warn them. I simply walked out, a box in my hand and a quiet smile on my face. By midnight, their systems began to fail audits. By morning, all new contracts were frozen. By the time the CEO returned from vacation, the company was legally unable to operate. Millions of dollars were suspended in limbo. I heard about the chaos through whispers. Former colleagues called, desperate for answers. The CEO stormed in, his face crimson, shouting one question repeatedly: "Who the hell did we just fire?" And when they told him my name, a profound silence fell over the office. Because he knew, everyone did. I wasn't just replaceable. I was the keystone, and they had pulled me out. The new manager tried to deflect the blame. She blamed it. She blamed accounting. She even accused me, calling me vindictive and dangerous. But the truth was right there in the paperwork. Her signature authorizing my termination, her arrogance, her belief that compliance was just a trivial detail, was her downfall. By the end of the week, she was gone. Not just fired, but disgraced. The kind of catastrophic mistake that permanently stains a professional career. The CEO called me. His voice was softer than I had ever heard it. "Come back, we'll fix this. Name your salary." But I didn't go back. I no longer needed them. Instead, I let them bleed. Clients walked away. Competitors seized their business. Each day they operated without me was another day their empire crumbled. I started something new, a smaller, sharper company of my own. I reinstated my certifications, but this time under my own name, under my own business. I took the clients who trusted me, the contracts that mattered. I didn't destroy them out of rage. I simply allowed the rules they had created to swallow them whole. Weeks later, I ran into the former manager at a cafe. She looked thinner, older. Stress was etched into her face. She froze when she saw me, then hissed, "You ruined everything." I stirred my coffee slowly, calmly. "No, you ruined yourself. You just never bothered to read the fine print." Her mouth opened, but no words came. She left, trembling, her cup untouched. People believe revenge is chaotic, filled with shouting matches, slammed doors, fury, and fire. They are mistaken. The sweetest revenge is quiet. It's legal. It's watching someone dig their own grave while you stand above, patient, holding the contract they never bothered to read. When they said I was replaceable, they weren't entirely wrong. I replaced myself and I left them with nothing. Now, when I reflect on that Thursday, I feel no bitterness. I feel clarity. Because betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. Sometimes it comes from the people, too foolish to recognize your value, until you are gone. And when they finally realize, when the licenses fail, when the contracts collapse, when the boss roars, "Who the hell did we just fire?" that is the moment the knife twists. I don't need to answer him. He already knows.